Sometimes emotion almost makes you feel alive.
Super late start. I'm having issues, mainly with SimGrid. I'll explain later, but you know. Oh, and also I didn't have time to update the car show, so that's a thing. Well, at least for now, enjoy the... I guess this will be last season's car show. Liveries. The updated one will come very, very soon. Hopefully everything else is running smoothly though. Let's just get right into it. Welcome back. Get some popcorn. We're in Bathurst. It's wild and wet outside. Let's just start the show, yeah. What the? What happened to my transition? That was so weird. Yo, welcome back. You're stuck working, Brad? That. I mean, you're making money. I was gonna say that sucks, but you're making money. But you know, I'll try to keep it entertaining for you. Try not to get too distracted. But welcome back, everyone. This is the 5fi-racing.com Twitch channel. If you're on YouTube, hello. You'll probably see this later in the replays. Or you will see this later in the replays if you check it out on YouTube. Once again, this is the number 5, FIRacing.com. So SimGrid was giving me issues. This is a beautiful website. I would click on SimGrid, right? And oh my god, now everyone's just gonna call me a liar. None of this information would show up. It would actually be giving me errors, telling me if you're the server host, please contact it, blah blah blah. I was just like, what? Anyway, Season 8, we're gonna go speed run through this because I am extremely late. LFM-BOP is in use and is updated each round. These are the rules. You get 2 race drops of the best of 7 of 9 races. You can drop any 2. You can drop any 2, or the lowest 2 will automatically be dropped. You could also choose to miss 2 races, and those would be your drop rounds. So a little bit of a strategy there. Let's say you hate Bathurst and you didn't want to race in Bathurst, then boom, there you go. Just drop this race. Anyways, yellow flags. Obey all yellow flags. Don't be a doofus and you know, start causing havoc. Penalty continuation. Stay in the race. If you have a penalty, just serve it. After you finish serving it, if you decide this race is not for me, you can go ahead and call it quits. You know, if you don't want it to carry over to the next round, that's gonna be a big no. Code of conduct: be nice, play nice, be respectful. You can banter, just keep it PG. Or at least don't go overboard. Incident reporting. Report your own incidents. Someone will be checking them out later and making that the final decision. In standings, though, we're gonna speed run through this. In the Gold Series, we have Thiago Dinarte, P1 with 47 points. Chandler Williams, P2 with 39 points. Albert Tranchisi, P3, 34 points. Tied with Sam Staples in P4 with 34 points. And Albert Guiana, we're gonna go to 7. Albert Guiana tied with Ross O'Connor and Zane Bliskett with 30 points. Albert Guiana P5, Ross O'Connor P6, and Bliskett P7. Right under them, very, very close, is Greg Landry and Joshua Worley and Zach Manriquez, who are... it's anyone's game at this point. Anyone can still jump up and secure P1. In the silvers, we have Ryan Barkins in P1 with 46 points. Christopher Greider, P2 with 46 points. Pierce Henley, P3, 39 points. Jeff Kelly, P4, 34 points. Tied with Brad Tarno, who is unfortunately not racing with us tonight. P4. Oh yeah, P5. Brad Tarno, P5. Michael Campbell, P6 with 30 points, tied with Chris Unfair, P7, also 30 points. And our top 10 will be finishing us off with Victor Sabo, Dixon Hurst, and Kyle Busch. Victor Sabo and Dixon Hurst, they both have 27 points. Sabo in 8th, Hurst in 9th, and Kyle Busch in P10 with 24.5 points. And right under him is Alexander Sabo with 24 points. So it's pretty much still anyone's game here. You can come up and easily claim P1 here. Our race recap, I had a bunch of issues with this, but hopefully, oh my god, it is showing up on stream. How embarrassing. Let's see if I can fix this on the fly. We had a good race 1. Why did this look so terrible still? No bumps and bruises into turn one. Well, a couple touches here or there, but nothing to point out. Nothing causing issues. Um, we're gonna point the camera to Albert Tranchisi here, who is entering the bus stop and enters fairly nicely here, but upon exiting, just oversteers, loses control, and slams into the wall. Quite aggressively. Unfortunately for him. Eventually, he ended up making more issues, more mistakes, and he just ended up just calling it quits there, unfortunately. In lap 2, you had Victor Sabo and Kyle Busch battling it out. It still looks off to me. There's something up with this. They're doing it on the fly. That's so awkward. Kyle Busch made the really nice pass, and then right next to him, I believe that is Miguel Cesarion. Probably confusing drivers or names. But he gets a nice pass, a little touch on Victor Sabo there in turn 1, and unfortunately Victor Sabo loses out on a bunch of positions because of that. So, kind of tough on Victor Sabo. If you notice behind them though, honestly, I'm still trying to memorize names to drivers, but this happened. He ended up brushing against the wall, and since the pit was right there, decided it's a good time to pit. In lap 4, we had Albert Guiana and Professor Chronotis battling it out. Albert on the outside, Chronotis on the inside. A fairly difficult corner here to overtake, especially when you're on the outside. You have to have a lot of momentum, and the corner is generally not forgiving when you're on the outside. Nonetheless, that was a good attempt by Guiana. Lap 5. Basically, instant replay, except Zane Blisket is on the inside and ends up momentarily securing the positions. Jeff Kelly still battling it out with them. They're side by side, and they end up touching just a tad bit. Jeff Kelly sees that he caused that issue, or just contact was made, and Jeff Kelly lets him get the position, so no penalties get made on him. But Kyle Busch right behind him, trying to make lunges, and Jeff Kelly gets too distracted. Kyle Busch has seized the opportunity in turn 1 and claims that position. Good mind games. We're displayed here. Lap 10, you had Zane Blisket and Chris Unfair battling it out. Chris Unfair, I do think he does have a little bit of damage, and he just remained with that damage. If you saw there, Zane Blisket was basically on his rear end right there. Up until the very last minute, able to complete the overtake into the bus stop. That would have been a scary moment, especially going to the bus stop side by side. Good overtake. Good attempt on defense there. Lap 11, Jeff Kelly and Kyle Busch. I'm gonna point the camera here on Kyle Busch because he enters but exits terribly on the bus stop. Does a sick drift for Instagram and for us here on Twitch and YouTube. Manages to recover and enters. Oh my god. Extremely spicy. That was a Code Brown situation. I believe that's Brad Tarno he almost ran into. So Code Brown right there. Lap 12, you had Chandler Williams and Thiago Denarte battling it out. I do believe Thiago here let Chandler Williams through because contact was made that I forgot to record and post up here. I'm sorry, but contact was made in the bus stop, and he gave the position up. Just so no penalties would be dished out, and good, clean, fair racing, especially with these two exceptionally fast drivers. The couple of laps though, next couple laps, lap 14, you have Chandler Williams Thiago battling it again. Thiago on the inside. Chandler now on the outside. Thiago able to make magic happen into the bus stop. How he pulled that miracle out, both of them, without getting into any contact, is beyond me, but it's very much welcomed and very nice to see. You had Victor Sabo here passing Sam Staples, who is getting out of the pits right there on the right, you'll see. So, a very easy and nice, simple overtake. We love to see these moments, especially pit strategies come into play here. So 10 out of 10. Lap 20, you had Ryan Barkins and Victor Sabo battling it out. Ryan Barkins right behind Victor Sabo, getting the draft, makes the move into turn 1, outbreaks Victor Sabo. Good, clean racing. Ten out of 10 driving right there. Joshua Worley and Dixon Hurst battling it out in lap 23 of Watkins Glen. And Joshua Worley makes a move on the inside. Where he got that speed, I don't know. I am pretty sure Dixon Hurst just let off of the throttle there to allow Joshua Worley to make the clean pass. Probably realized that he was the slightly faster driver. Didn't want to beat him. Jonathan Kelly, though, battling it out with Pierce Hanley. He tries to make a move on the inside. Pierce Hanley denies that, claims the inside, forces Jonathan Kelly to remain behind him. Good defense. Good attempt to overtake or to make an opportunity happen. Chris Unfair in lap 28, battling it out. Not with Albert Guiana here. I don't know why it says that, but with Jeff Kelly there. That's why it says Albert Guiana, because both of them overtake Guiana, who was on the right side there. But these two had a quite intense battle that will continue to showcase. Chris Unfair having a little bit of damage, but nonetheless not giving up. He is relentless on securing and keeping his position here. Which in lap 31, Jeff Kelly makes a move on the inside into the bus stop and manages to secure that spot. We'd love to see it. We hate to see damage though, but Chris Unfair doesn't have the greatest of luck here in Watkins Glen, unfortunately. And your race winner, ladies and gentlemen, Thiago Denarte, on lap 34 crosses the finish line. This is like his third win in a row or something. Him and Chandler Williams there get into a little fun banter after the race. They both crash, and while we switch over to this sick ass livery that I forgot who the driver was, but get mesmerized for a little bit while we give me a couple moments to regain control of the screen, because my mouse cursor is whack. What is... Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, give me 1 second. I need to resize the screen. This is like extremely zoomed in. There we go. My apologies. A lot of back-end issues here. Yeah, one other thing that you'll probably notice is I tend to like to match server conditions to race conditions. Um, so if it was raining in the track, you would see a rainy B-roll here. And if it was snowing, you would see snow here. If it was a blistering wet, you would see that here. But it's nice and sunny because I didn't have any footage of the rain in Bathurst. Speaking of which, we are just in time to show off some drivers here, as we are amazingly still in time for qualifying. Um, give me one moment to figure out why I stuttered real quick while I switched to a different driver, because I think Chris is going. Yep, he's going back to the pits. I'm gonna check out Alexander Sabo here in a new livery to me. This guy has like a new livery every race, and I love it. Give me 1 minute. Oh, I am fairly positive here that O'Connor what is up with all my Wally personal best also? Who knows? Connor should have a livery, and he doesn't. Unless he wants to be in a murdered out Porsche, which is totally fine with me. Our top drivers in the moment in the pits, so no way. Give me 1 minute. Let me see if I can fix this in the back end. I'm gonna leave you guys here with autopilot. Let's see if autopilot can do its thing. See how good autopilot is in qualifying sessions. I'm just quickly checking if Pierce Hanley's car here to see if his I mean the livery's kind. Well, he's the only one who can actually tell me if this is off. I'll double check the file, but you know. Back to Sam Staples here, who is 3/10 up on his pace, starting the lap. So that is good progress. If we can get, there we go. If we can get the cameraman to focus up here, 4/10 up on his pace in the Lamborghini. So you already know we're gonna give him some good old love. Look at that livery. Look at that car. Beautiful. Pierce Hanley here says nope. Oh, shucks. We're gonna leave you guys here with Staples while I try to fix this on the fly. Well, that sucks for Sam. Switch to your driver, Jake Wells. Let's go. New livery. I'm currently in P7. I wonder if he'll be able to push and make his way up to the top guys. Ross O'Connor standing a blazing fast lap, snags P1. Will this be the race Thiago Denarte finally loses? Who knows? Professor Chronota's on a hot lap here. We're gonna check him out at the heads down skyline. Everybody hold your breath here, because imagine doing this in the wet. Autopilot failing me here. Switching back to Chronotas. Hanley, I don't seem to have your livery. I'll check other folders. Can't seem to find it, I mean. Yeah, why can't I find it? I saw it, but it's... Un momento. Oh, wait, So, quick solving it right now, or quick troubleshooting. The file that you send is not a... when I click on it, it just loads up a screenshot of it. Makes sense. I would need the actual livery folder from it. You can send it to me if you have time. And then maybe we could potentially see if it'll load up on stream. No promises though, but I'll make it happen. The one and only on Discord. Here, I'll type it out. Speed running, uploading the livery. I got you, fam. Hold on, give me a sec. Oh, you actually gave me the cards folder for it too. Expect this card to be shown off in the next stream, trust. Alright, everyone is on the grid, ladies and gentlemen, but I need to momentarily rejoin. Oh my goodness, let's see if it worked. Where you at? No way, I don't know.
30 seconds.
Well, 30 seconds. We have Russell Connor in P1, Thiago Denarte P2. We're speed running through this. Chandler Williams P3, Jake Wells P4. Pierce Hanley, I have the livery. I'm gonna see why it didn't show up right now, but it should, yeah, P5. Professor Chronotis, P6. Joshua Worley, P7. Sam Staples, P8. Jonathan Kelly, P9. Kyle Bush, P10. Arbegiana, P11. Christopher Greider, P12. Greg Landry, 13. Zach Manriquez, 14. Alexander Sabo, 15. Zane Blisket, 16. We have so many drivers today, holy smokes. Chris Unfair, 18. Justin Fry. Wait, Chris Unfair, 17. Justin Fry, 18. Douglas Furnish, 19. Spady Bud, 20. Rally Dutchy, welcome, that's a new name. P21. Jeff Kelly, 22. Victor Sabo, 23. Miguel Cesarian, 24. And Jacob Myrie here, 25. We're gonna see how turn 1 goes. Hopefully no carnage, no disasters. Everyone is A-okay. That is a wild one. Oh, wait. I spoke too soon. Someone with off. A couple contacts here shown, but nothing too serious. Russell Connor and P1 goes too wide, and Thiago Denarte. Oh, what carnage! My goodness, where is Russell Connor on my screen? I'm gonna be honest, this might be a red flag situation here. Let's we'll go down the I don't well, Brad here says red flag. I don't know if I have the ability to red flag, but that does seem like a red flag situation just because of how many drivers got caught in that chaos here. Guess it'll be a perfect moment to actually see the damage anyone sustained. Well, P2. Oh, okay. Jake Wells is good. Pierce Hanley, we just saw, is pretty banged up. It's a 30-minute sprint race too, so I don't even know if it's even worth hitting unless you're heavily damaged. Then no fun to race there. Joshua Worley seems A-okay, and right behind him, Sam Staples. They're getting into a fight with Kyle Busch right behind them. Those three drivers seem fine. We have a bunch entering the pits. You can see on your screen right now. We have Hanley, Chronotis, O'Connor, Blisket. We are just going to keep going down and see who else sustained damage while we let... Actually, we will switch it up and check out this battle. It's getting fairly close here. And as soon as I click on it, the battle diminishes. Going back to Sam Staples. who is going up on the Rocket League man himself, Joshua Worley. We're gonna get this POV and see. I'm seeing the comments here. It says Chris Unfair. Chris Unfair said the server is broken. He never got to start. Oh, what is up with that? He's right. He's not on here. We did see him. Wow, man, there's a lot of issues tonight. Goes on and off the air. I never got the green light, so everybody was passing me. I sped up and ended up with a DT. Ew. Wow, that is a new one. My apologies, Chris Unfair. I don't know what to say. I'm truly sorry. Kyle Busch is starting to get left behind. While all we see is Sam Staples trying to hunt down Joshua Worley here. You can see Sam Staples in his rear view mirror here. Oh, as Worley gets squirrely. Going up the mountain, not something you want to be doing or seeing. Now this wet weather is no joke. And now they approach Skyline heading down the mountain in Bathurst. If these two keep fighting, Kyle Busch has the opportunity to catch up. Zach Manriquez is trying to hunt him down though, so he needs to be wary on his pacing. Well, while the it sucks, he was looking for it's Chris Unfair here says it sucks that he was looking forward for this race. Me too, man. I mean, you hate to see your race get ended because of a server issue like that. That's especially one that we never encountered before. We're gonna check out our Guyana here while the Sam Staples and Joshua Worley battle it out, continue battling it out. Guyana trying to attack Rexy over here. Jonathan Kelly. No Porsche. And Kelly getting a cleaner dig into turn 1. Momentarily leaving Guyana behind, but Guyana having the superior downforce, or not downforce, arrow? Power? He caught up pretty quick. It seems like Kelly's wing ratio is set to the max, while Guyana's is slightly lower, so he'll have more top end. So here in Bathurst, the mountain straight and the Conrad straight. So the straight section before the mountain and the straight section after the mountain. That is where our Guyana will be able to try and attack and force Kelly into precarious situations here. As they are now leaving the mountain, Spady Bud has a yellow. We're gonna see where he's at. Oh, he's in a... not in a great spot here. Luckily though, he does the sickest J-turn in the world and gets back on track. Doesn't look like he took too much damage. There's a couple scuffs here and there, so nice to see he's back on track. Currently in P16, we'll see where he ends up. We're gonna check out our new guy here. The new kid on the block, Rally Dutchy here, in the BMW. Currently in P14, trying to hunt down Jacob Meyer, also in the BMW. And right behind him, Jeff Kelly in the BMW. And we have Miguel Cesarion heavily damaged and heading into the pits. Wonder what happened to him. Heavily damaged, unfortunately. Yeah, Rally takes turn 1. Hits that apex clean. Take notes, ladies and gentlemen. This is how everyone should be hitting the apexes. Especially in the wets. Especially when it's wet outside. Will he do it here again? Apex goes out. Avoids the curb because it might be slippery when wet. Good overall driving as tries to catch up to Jacob Meyer, but Jacob Meyer has the superior pace right now. Pulling away. And as I say that, Myri here has a tie. Oh no, Dutchy. Where did he go? Oh, he went to the pits. That's a bummer. Sucks to see it happen. You were getting close. Battles were gonna be happening. Just like Alberghina here, hunting down Jonathan Kelly once again. If he stays behind him, he's 4 times behind Kelly. He'll be able to get him in this straightaway, the mountain straight. Here on Twitch, Unfair says, you know, Zach and him both had issues when quali started. Had to quit quali and rejoin 3 times. Oh man, that blows. As Alberghina tries to make a move on the outside, he's getting close to that wall, dangerously close. Jonathan Kelly sticking on the inside, closes that door, forces Gienna to... Oh my, Gienna almost ate that wall. Woo-wee. Code Brown moment right there. He's be cool, calm, and collected as Sam Staples is in a precarious situation here. Was in a precarious situation here. Not sure what happened to Staples. But we'll go back to Gienna. Western Fry has a white flag momentarily slowing down. And currently in the pits we have Rally Dutchy, Miguel Cesarion, and Alexander Sabo. Potentially repairing damage. Well, actually, since it is a 30-minute race, you don't have to pit. Just a straight race. So most likely is they're repairing damage, or if they're like me, they probably forgot to refuel. In which case, that's a little embarrassing. Closest lap battle or closest battle of the night right now is between Jonathan Kelly and Abergena. Everyone else is pretty much holding their own. Uh, Only time will tell who will crack first. Mr. Dino Nuggies here, or the Hunter, Abergena. As if you'd like to see a first-hand experience what it's like to go up and down the mountain. And here we go. We have Abergena's POV here as he gets blasted in the face by water. He was gonna end up wiping out there hard on the brakes, downshifting, trying to downshift in a straight line, and brake in a straight line. As even in the wet, you have to be going wall to wall here. Good showing on how you go up and down on the mountain. Right now, Thiago Denarte is in P1, Jake Wells in P2. Both of them have a... actually, Jake Wells has a very fast lap. Faster lap. At 207.275. Fastest lap of the night, though, belongs to Chandler Williams here, who ran a 206. Is currently in a P19. Probably after suffering some damage. Yeah. While we let this battle start picking up here, we can go ahead and check out our other drivers. We'll actually jump into the fastest lap, our fastest man of the night here. Chandler Williams, the Mustang. Gonna have to start making his way up through the grid. Next person on top of him, or in front of him, I mean, is Ross O'Connor. We switched up because it looked like there was contact of some sort. Well, we have Jacob Myrie here, who has a white flag, slowed down. Jeff Kelly able to get in front of him. Beamer on Beamer battle. The battle for P11 is on. Multiple battles and now emerging. Wet weather is starting to fatigue drivers or cause a little bit of wear on the tires, especially here on Bathurst. It's right behind Jeff Kelly. I believe that's Spady Bud who went offline. Luckily, nothing came about that. As now Myrie has I believe that's Ross O'Connor to contend with. Justin Fry and Victor Sabo getting into a little battle here. Fry able to move up. Overtakes Sabo before the end of the chase. The corners labeled chase are 20, 21, and 22. Speaking of which, I forgot to give you guys today's update. What is up with my camera? There we go. Going back to Albert Guiana and Jonathan Kelly. Tonight in Bathurst, it is wild, it is wet. It is also 3.86 miles long, which is 6.2 kilometers long. You have a total of 23 corners. The preferred generalized setup for the entire grid would be medium downforce and medium suspension. This would be in ideal conditions, but seeing as right now it is wet and raining, it will most likely be high to max downforce. And your choice of suspension here. Probably stick with mediums. And the key action areas, every corner. It's wet, it's raining. And carnage can happen in any point of time. But in general, turn 1, turn 2, turn 18, turn 20, turn 21, and turn 23, as Gienna takes out some signs, spins out, and is in a... now in a precarious spot. He's trying to regain control as the wet grass is not letting him get back on track. Rejoined safely. Jonathan Kelly finally getting the much deserved breathing room. Pierce Hanley pulling off. Justin Fry having a white flag waved at him, so he was slowing down. Entering the pits. Looks like he sustained a heavy amount of damage. The mountain claiming names. Just saw a message that Sam lost power to his wheel. Oh no! That's a huge bummer. Whirly with a yellow flag. Who is that off on the side? Would that Furnish? That is not Furnish. Landry. Oh, he got pretty banged up here. This is right over the crest and skyline. The very tippy top of the mountain. Some contact or something happened there. Huh. His wheel looks relatively straight. I don't... Unless he really wants to go in for repairs, he might stick it out. He might stay out. And decides to go into the pits. We're checking out Zach Manriquez here, who is making a moves. Gets around Furnish. Currently, no one is close enough to engage in battles or fight for positions. Manriquez did pass Furnish there, but that was a blue flag situation. Douglas in P15. Zach in 5th place, 5th position. And currently attempting to hunt down Kyle Busch is in front of him. And not if he keeps smacking into the wall. That was quite an aggressive smack. As he starts going down the mountain, he's squirrely there. I just noticed we have 3. Oh no, I think Nope, I was wrong. I was about to say the top 4 out of the 5 cars are Porsches, but 3 out of the 5 cars are Porsches. Albert Guerra once again with the yellow flag as we'll quickly check up on him. He's not in a good spot. He was in, in Skyline. Corner 13. Well, roughly around 13. As Jake gets around a Pierce Hanley. Is Jacob catching up? Good job. That is a good question that we will answer right now. At this current moment, if Jeff makes more mistakes like that, Jacob Myrie will be able to catch up to him. So Connor is still behind Jacob. I'm wondering if the pressure of O'Connor is getting to Myrie over here. Connor currently in P15, Jacob in P10, so he is not unlapping himself. Or he is unlapping himself, but not a battle for position. As Myrie lets him by, lets him through without any issues. Doesn't want to get into a battle with him, doesn't want to hold him up either. Although, and that is now allowing Jeff Kelly to run away, who is also in a very quick lap. I'm sorry, Jeff Kelly. The streamer's curse is in full swing tonight, as I say that he crashes and smacks into the wall aggressively. He was a second up on his personal best. Now potentially suffering damage. I think we just saw Jacob Myrie almost eat the wall behind them, causing damage. Looked like he took any, so it's a good thing. We're gonna check up on Douglas Furnish here. Jonathan Kelly managed to get by. Not a battle for position. Jonathan Kelly currently in P6, Furnish in P14. They go up the mountain. I guess now would be a perfect moment to start throwing out some dad jokes if you like to hear it. No. Why does it cost? Why does airing up your tire? Why is the cost of airing up your tire so high nowadays? Anyone got an answer for me? I'll tell you. I'll tell you why it costs so high. Why it costs so much to air up your tire? It's because of inflation. Inflation is too damn high. Alright, we're gonna switch it up to Zach Manriquez here, who probably is already annoyed of my dad joke right there. I think he is trying to strike Kyle Busch here. He's actually catching up to him. He is. He's flashing Kyle Busch, trying to to get his attention, potentially force him to make a mistake, look at his rearview mirror, and blow a corner. You have 1 minute left in the race. I don't believe this is the last lap, so Manriquez will get one more opportunity to try to get into the top 3 spot. I'm pretty sure Kyle Busch knows that we're watching him because he made a mistake starting the mountain in the cutting. He went a little bit too wide. Zach Manriquez cut 3/10 off that one mistake. They have Thiago Denarte right behind him, who is catching up to Zach. This is gonna be a battle for P3 in a couple seconds here. I think the real question is what happened to Thiago Denarte. He was originally a P1. I am a little lost here. The leader has finished the race. That is Jake Wells. This is the final lap. No other laps are going to be allowed here. It is a do or die, and Zach Manriquez is too far from Busch. Thiago Denarte just within striking distance, but not able to do anything about it. Kyle Busch P3, Zach Manriquez P4, Thiago Denarte P5. In P2, you have Joshua Worley here. Very nice. Wow, what a play indeed. And your race winner, Jake Wells, finally took down Thiago Denarte. Jonathan Kelly coming in P6. Christopher Greider in P7. Victor Sabo coming up to the finish line. Lands himself in a P8, barring any other mistakes here. There you go, secured P8. Jeff Kelly comes in P9. Right behind him is Jacob Myrie, who actually closed the gap just a tad bit. It was 4 seconds and now it's 2 seconds. He comes in at P10. Nice racing. Professor Cronoda is right behind them, P11, and Zane Blisket. There he is. P12. Douglas Furnish in P13. Justin Fry, P14. O'Connor is in 15th. Williams in 16th. Everyone is basically chilling in the pits now. Dutchy over here. I feel like I said Dougie before. Also, maybe it's not Rally, it's Rally. Dutchy in 17th. Hanley in 18. Albergina in 19. Spady Bud in P20, who was in the pits. Technically still in the pits. With Miguel Cesarion. And Alexander Sapo. You see on the screen it says unfair DT. That sucks. I mean, if you're still around here on Twitch, you can potentially try rejoining. Maybe that'll be allowed. Maybe I'll be able to race for race 2 since this is a dual sprint race, dual sprint event. So, Bathurst in the wet. Interesting lap one. Who caused the traffic jam? I'm trying to remember. O'Connor? I believe it was O'Connor who went a little wide, got a little bit too much curb, got a little too aggressive while on that curb, and ended up taking out pretty much the entire grid. Definitely shook things up. Everyone else was now scrambling to claim that top spot. Quite interesting indeed. Brad over here says, you know, he kinda hates dual sprints. He would much rather have one longer race. I find this a double-edged sword. I like dual sprints because if something happens your first race, you have the opportunity to make your second race a lot better. I think that's the only side to a dual sprint race. That's really it. You have 2 attempts to make your positioning stick, make your battles play out the way you want them to. While we are on hold, we might as well show the beautiful track animation here. You're in a Mount Panorama, aka Bathurst. Bathurst. Track is long. Hell Corner, named that because it is the very first corner entering the depths of hell, which is Bathurst, going up the mountain. Finishing the mountain in elbow is basically when you're heading into the Hangar Strait, or also called the Conrad Strait. Basically, you finish the mountain and you restart and go into the House Corner, which is the start of the mountain once again. I'll be honest, I don't know if I would be able to do Bathurst as fast as our drivers are doing it tonight. I would honestly have to pace myself and be more conservative in my setup, in my track placement, and everything really. Because the name of the game in Bathurst, as hopefully you know, and if not, I'll let you know, is just to survive. The last person to crash is usually the person who gets the trophy, who claims P1. Well, race 2 is taking forever to start. I got more dad jokes here. What's a DJ's favorite type of makeup to wear? And as I say that, something is up with the server. At least on my end. What's a DJ's favorite type of mascara to wear? Or makeup to wear. Damn it, I just ruined it. It's mascara. So what's up with the... Oh no, Noodles over here on Twitch says he lost it too. It's not just me. You know, they switched it to the Nürburgring. What a rough night, dudes. What a rough night. While we have a rough night, might as well give you another dad joke here. Why do cows have hooves instead of feet? Anyone know the answer to this one? I'm pretty sure you know. It's so obvious. You're gonna hate yourself when I tell you the answer. I'm pretty sure you know, Douglas Furnish, Mr. Oh No News over here. I'll tell you, why do cows have hooves instead of feet? It's because they lactose, dude. They lactose. Alright, I'll stop. It is switched up to the Nürburgring. That is so weird. I guess we might be doing the Nürburgring tonight instead of a Bathurst for race 2. What a twist, huh? That would be what? That would be the wildest twist. Furnish says that's how they move. Oh my god. Well, I'm gonna be, at least on my end, just, So So they did switch the server to the Nürburgring. Here, I'll give you a sneak peek of what's going on here. We got a couple of our drivers here, like Rally Dutchy here, and Zane Blisket. Currently on the track, having some fun, along with Spady Bud. We're not supposed to be here. No. Awkward. Technical difficulties. True. You know what always solves technical difficulties? Good old jokes. Like one time I took a trip down to the Capitol in Washington, D.C. and a little bee landed on a little flower right next to me. I nodded at it. Said that's a USB. Get it? Ha 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 ha. Just tell me when to stop, dudes. I'll go all night. I mean, I prefer not to, but you know, I would, or I will. Why did I destroy the server? Who destroyed the server, my dudes? It wasn't me. Or maybe it was. I mean, who knows, to be honest. Did you hear about the guy? Oh no, Noodles here. Okay, okay. He says, did you hear about the guy who dipped his ball sack in the glitter? The answer is pretty nuts. God. We here just have like a comedy night here in Bathurst. Just throw jokes after jokes. Tell a joke, take a shot type of moment. After the race, of course. No drinking and driving here tonight. No drinking and driving any night, okay? No, we here at 5FI. Love to stay on the good side of the law. Except speed, you know. We can speed, especially here on the track. I wonder if servers got destroyed because of actually I don't even know. Never mind, scratch that. While I have you guys here, I'll just keep telling jokes. Like, you know when I keep trying to watch racing on my computer, right? But every time I press the F1 key, it just opens up a help window. Like, what milk did Sergio Perez feed his children? I told this previously. Let's see if you guys remember. Let's see who here was paying attention, huh? What milk did Sergio Perez feed his children? Buttermilk. Twisted packet over here. Brad Tarno. Basically, I got it. Cambodian breast milk 100%. Douglas Furner says. Tama Dylan, hottest rapper alive. Take a crew. Take the crew to a large empty pub lobby and duke it out. Oh, yo. You're giving us ideas over here, dude. We might have to go to a public lobby. And whoever wins gets triple the points. How about that? You know. We'll just make it extra spicy. At this point, I'm wondering if I should just join the Discord chat and just chat it up with everybody. That no TC for 30 minutes was tough in the wet. Let's see if we can do it again. You had a no TC? What car were you driving? What car doesn't have traction control? The Thailand or Dylan. You know the greatest. You know the 5 greatest rappers of all time. Dylan, and Dylan. The Maserati doesn't have TC in the GT4s. Oh. Hanley says my livery should be correct now. Garrity, help me with some simple naming stuff. No worries if it doesn't show that's upcoming. If it's uploaded, I will. We have a time to kill, and we can grab it. Actually, the real question is, where did you upload it? Is the server up yet? I haven't even checked. Nope. Oh, I got an update for us. Kyle Bush says, give us a minute. We're working on resetting the server with quality results. Give us 5 to 10. I'm pretty sure he didn't say minutes after 5 to 10, so could be 5 to 10 seconds, 5 to 10 minutes, 5 to 10 hours, 5 to 10 business days, 5 to 10 weeks, 5 to 10 months, 5 to 10 years, 5 to 10 centuries, you know. Nonetheless, we'll be here, attempted to keep you entertained. By the way, the answer to what milk does Sergio Perez feed his children, the answer was Formula 1. Forgot to say that. So the other day, my favorite Formula 1 driver asked me if I needed a lift. I said, no thanks, but thanks for stopping. Get it? Thanks for stopping, I am potentially cringing at myself. You're very welcome, Brad. He said, thank you, the suspense was killing me. Not to worry. Anyone got some good dad jokes to tell? We can go PG-13 or rated R over here, if you like. I got a joke for y'all. While I do stuff behind the scenes, like try to see if I can get this livery to work out. I wonder what the last livery was. Symmetry. Well, I re-downloaded, re-uploaded. We will see what happens here if we can see up here Santa's car. The dirtier the better. Head on a swivel here says. Sometimes I wonder if I should just like actually say your name, or if I should just say your Twitch name. I mean, I already gave away Twisted Packet. I already said that was Brad. Might as well just continue. Who knows? As you he says, by the way, as you drive past a graveyard point and say, "Look, it's the dead center of town." Wait, I'm reading this wrong. I'm saying this wrong. As you drive past a graveyard, point and say, "Look, it's the dead center of town." People are just dying to get in there. Hell yeah. Alright, here, a dirty joke before we leave. What does a police hotline and a glory hole have in common? What does a police hotline and a glory hole have in common? I'll tell you the answer. The answer is anonymous tips. Wow. While I quickly load up because the server is apparently back on. We're back in Mount Panorama. Let's see if this is gravy. Server is back. We are currently in a free practice though, so give us a couple minutes to fast forward that. But fear not, the racing will be continuing. A little out of schedule, but we're just gonna chalk it up to terrible weather. You know, it started hailing out on the track, and we cannot be racing in hail conditions. You know, everyone's windshield's gonna break, drivers are gonna crash. You know, insurance premiums are gonna go up, even though they're already sky high. We can't afford that. Definitely a weather delay. Of course, as I say that, if you like to see the weather or what we're working with, you're gonna be like, it's what weather delay? I'll go ahead and show you, you know, have a good laugh with me. Terrible weather. Tornadoes everywhere, huh? Christopher Grider over here saying tornadoes are everywhere. Dude, do you see the one in the background? It's like way over there. Like way over there. Like way over here, dude. It's way over there. Let's go over here. We're gonna just slowly drive by all the wheelless cars here. This looks so weird having our you know, also a race delay because a thief came by and decided that all wheels and tires and rims they were 5-finger discounted. So well, currently we're searching for those wheels. You know, kind of awkward here. As our drivers are inside, looking hella annoyed, right? Look at this guy. He's pissed. He's straight pissed. It's not loaded. What happened? I think what I'm gonna have to end up doing is actually go into the files myself and see what happened. I think something, or maybe I have too many of the same downloads. I have to delete something. What we have here, let's check Noobs Are Us by Jake Wells, even though he is not a noob. That's a lie. At least everyone's blinkers are working. You know, if you ever thought that you were useless, okay? This is no jab out to any specific driver, okay? But just a specific make. If you ever feel useless, fear not. Fear not, because you see what we have in front of us right here. It is a BMW. And there is an engineer that is even more useless than us because they added turn signals on a BMW. I know. Wild, huh? Who would have thought BMWs actually have turn signals? Not only in the rear, but in the front. Oh my. Abort. I lost connection to the server. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Russell Connor P1, Thiago de Norte P2. I wonder if everyone is back, like everyone is actually here. That's Worthy flashes me. Chandler Williams in P3, and Jake Wells P4, Pierce Hanley P5. We'll figure out that livery issue later, or before next stream. Professor Chronotis P6, Joshua Worley, P7. Jonathan Kelly is out of position? P8. Oh, Bush, P9. He had a livery issue on my end. It was a wrongly named file. I don't know how to fix that. At least on my end. Albert Guiana and the rest of the grid is P10 and on. Before we hit that green light. So far, so good. It's I just need to keep my mouth shut is what needs to happen here. Oh, Chris Unfair is back on the grid. That is a nice surprise here. As we had Alexander Sabo and somebody, I think. There's somebody else get into contact there. I'm gonna go back to the front and jump in between grid and grid. See, or position to position. See if any other issues come up. And we have a tight group here, maybe too tight. Going up the mountain that we are going to keep our eyes on. So far, everyone's being nice and orderly. Going down the mountain now. Everyone is still remaining nice and orderly. Professor Chronotis bumps into the wall. Where is he? No, it wasn't Professor Chronotis. Who was that? Why did it look like Professor Chronotis on my screen? Or maybe I'm just tripping out. As a Twisted Packet here on Twitch says, Tesla drivers are the new BMW drivers. You heard it here first, folks. Watch out for those Tesla drivers. I would actually assume that Tesla drivers are just bougier Prius drivers, so that would be my assumption. What was that? It's better on my end. Chandler Williams is battling it out here. We're just gonna go back and actually get into the groove of things. Chandler Williams almost wiping out there. Got really squirrely coming out of turn 1. Behind him, we have Justin Fry and Alexander Sabo having separate battles of their own. We're gonna check it out quickly here. Justin Fry getting really close to Victor Sabo, and Alexander Sabo getting really close to Miguel Cesarian. Jumping back to the front, we have Chandler Williams keeping the pressure up on Jake Wells. Keeping the pressure insanely high on Jake Wells, actually. It's insane to actually see him so close to him, going up and down the mountain as he's 2-3 tenths from his bumper. Basically in the danger zone, and he goes hard on the brakes. Almost makes a move to go on the inside. Definitely a Code Brown moment there. It looked like he was braking and trying to avoid impact with all the braking force that he can muster. We'll let that battle simmer and let him catch up to him. We have Albert Guiana catching up to Christopher Greider here. Trying to make moves happen potentially in the chase. The corner's labeled the chase here. Corner's 20 to 22. And still stays really close behind. Makes a move on the inside. And Mary's corner, the final corner, and makes it stick. Oh, what a move. Pretty much just outdrove Christopher Greta there. No, we'll see if he'll be able to respond momentarily. As well, jump to Chris Unfair, who is also having battles. A lot of drivers are having battles. Off camera, we have Alexander Sabo passing Miguel Cesarian. Spady Bud moving on up, beating Justin Fry. Zach Manriquez with a yellow flag and going into the pits. What happened? Oh no, Douglas Furnish wiped out in not the greatest spot here. He's out of danger zone. But wiping out and turn to the quarry is terrible. Especially when you were so close to or so heated into battles. Now he has to play the catch-up game or the consistency game and see if anyone else makes mistakes, gets messy, goes on a little adventure to the pits. As we currently have the camera pointed to Justin Fry, who is battling it out with Spady Bud. The battle for P16. Up on top, we have Jake Wells. We're gonna go to. We just missed the pass between Chandler Williams and Jake Wells heading into the chase. My apologies for not catching that sooner. Nonetheless, though, their paces aren't too far from each other. Thiago Dinarte, though, is running away. So they all need to potentially work together to catch up and make moves happen. Aragiana trying to make moves on Zane Blisket. Zane in the Porsche that ideally would fare really well in these corners in Bathurst. Porsche, very nice and nimble car. As Albert aggressively bumps into that wall, loses a bit of speed. Doesn't appear to have caused damage though. Nice positive about the weather, you know, walls are now slippery. The damage multiplier on the Bathurst walls are divided by 2. As we're gonna jump to Rally Dutchy here, who is oh so close to Victor Sabo. Victor has to be feeling the heat as Dutchy makes a mistake. Loses a bit of traction there. Spady Bud almost caught into that. Up on the top, I saw a yellow flag being waved up on Kyle Busch. Joshua Worley having a white flag waved at him. So he's slowing down. Actually, we're gonna go check out and see what's up with these two drivers here. Why are they slowing down on us? Who knows? All we know is that Spady Bud is getting close to the Dutchy. And Dutchy is even closer to Victor Sabo. And Albert Gianna makes a move, but we don't see it on camera. He made a move and almost lost it. The battle for P10 is on. Up on top, the battle for P6 between Pierce and Worley is on. And Russell Connor and Jake Wells are battling it out with Chandler Williams. Too many battles, not enough cameras. Looks like Albert is winning on this exchange. Pierce Hanley is losing out on the exchange with Worley. He smacks into the wall. Heading up, starting the mountain in the cutting. Jake Wells and Ross O'Connor. It's like they're battling it out with Chandler Williams. The battle for P2 is on at this current moment. Right now, everyone is just following their lines, nice, neat, and orderly. Up and down the mountain, and no mistakes are trying to be made here. Just stick as close. What was? That was so weird. I wonder if Ross O'Connor had an issue there. I mean, well, he smacked into the wall, but I'm wondering if that was a connectivity issue there. We're gonna go to this insane battle here. Looks like we got Justin Fry going a little bit too wide there. Potentially was trying to avoid some chaos there. Victor Sabo leading in this group here. The battle for P13 is on. And honestly, I do not know who is gonna come out on top. If we're going by overall lap times, Spady Bud is the faster driver out of this group. So we could expect Spady Bud to start putting some more pressure, especially on Rally Dutchy here. But Justin Fry could eventually catch up if this battle keeps going the distance. There are 18 minutes and 31 seconds left on the race, so anything is possible. As if these two keep battling it out, though, Victor Sabo will be starting to get away, so they need to be mindful on oh, what is up with Victor Sabo? Oh, I hope nothing is up with Victor Sabo. This car is flickering in and out. That's probably messing with Rally Dutchy if that's happening on his end as well. It would be absolutely nerve-wracking to see a car in front of you just you know, pop in and out of existence. As he goes extremely wide, crashes in the dead center. Oh, absolute disaster here. They're off the line, at least for now. Beatty Bud back on track. And Dutchy still here. Wonder if his car is drivable at this point. We'll come back to him. We'll check him out. He's currently out of Dodge. There's no car anywhere within his vicinity. So he is allowed to rejoin the track. We'll see what ends up happening as well. Go from him and check out Pierce Hanley. Who's once again, once again battling it out with Joshua Worley. Worley getting the better of him coming up the mountain, if I recall correctly. But Hanley keeping up with him, and this is just in. We have Denarte with a heavily damaged car. The steering wheel is not straight. This is a you're forced to pit type of situation here. You have a lot of damage. Yeah, he's end up going to the pits. That's gotta hurt. Our former race leader is now
We are halfway through. Keep it up.
going to be and not leading the race. Instead, we have Chandler Williams leading the race. Ross O'Connor very close behind him, 3.4 seconds away from him. So Williams cannot afford to make up or to make a mistake anytime soon here. I might even dare to say he can't even afford to slow down, because if he even slows down just a tad bit, that'll be Ross O'Connor's opening to close the distance. Put even more pressure on Chandler Williams. For keeping the pace up, not making too many mistakes. Ross O'Connor within 3.5-ish seconds. But we'll keep an eye on this progress, and if anything happens, we'll quickly jump onto them. For now, though, the battle between Christopher Greider and Zane Bliskett is on. Right in front of him is Kyle Busch. The battle for P8 is on. I believe Kyle Busch has some damage there. He does. When did that happen? And can we see if his steering? Yeah, his steering is fine. So at least for now, it's Arrow. And Zane Bliskett makes a move right before the chase on the Conrad Straight. Busch not able to do anything about it with arrow damage. That's going to be heavily slowing him down. But look at him go. He has the pace. He has the drive. He is trying to make moves happen. Not giving up that position so easily. But Bliskett is just pulling away. His car is just a little bit more polished. And I'm sure Christopher Greider sees that and is going to be taking that opportunity. Very soon. We have Alexander Saba with a yellow card. Yellow flag. Wrong sport. Now a white flag. I don't want to jump away from this battle here. Busch slamming into the wall. Luckily was able to place himself in the grass. Unluckily though, he got damaged heavily. That's pretty much gonna call it for his race here, with 11 minutes left on track. Up in the top, we have Chandler Williams still remaining in P1, still with the fastest lap of the night. A 206.397. Russell Connor 4.6 seconds behind Chandler Williams. And Thiago Denarte currently in P14. He's trying to climb the ranks as fast as possible. Not quite sure where he's gonna end up in. Miguel Cesarion, we're gonna jump in. We were gonna jump and check him out. He disappeared on me. He had a yellow flag out on him. Bathurst still claiming. Victims. Quickly jumping to Thiago Denarte, who's making moves on Jacob Myrie, who has a substantial amount of damage. Where did that come from? To be honest, it looks like Thiago Denarte also has damage. Where did that come from? I thought he cleared all that. Or maybe he didn't do all of it and just repaired suspension. Might have just left bodywork damage. Jacob here in his BMW though, that's quite an impact. Hopefully, at least from what I can tell, since he's still staying out on the field, suspension isn't affected. But Douglas Furnish is going to be able to see that. Oh, wrong camera. Oh, he's also damaged as well. He's going to be able to see Jacob Myrie in front of him and potentially try to make an attack, make a move happen there. Only time will tell with 8 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. As these two cautiously make their way down the mountain. Furnish keeping within a second and a half. Christopher Greider on Zane Blisket. Potentially trying to make a dive on the inside. Decides against it. Doesn't have the speed or the move to make it stick. Remains behind him and remains very close behind him. Chris Unfair right behind them, currently in P10. We're watching the show go down. Zane Blisket flashes the camera. He probably knows we're watching him. Or maybe trying to make corrections on his wheel. And turn up some traction control or turn down some traction control. Who knows? Accidentally hit the flasher button potentially, but him and Christopher Greider are getting down. Yeah, you did. You missed some wrecks. Brad. We had Kyle Busch eat it pretty badly. And a couple of our other drivers get into some accidents. For now, this is the closest battle of the night for this current moment. With 6 minutes and 30 seconds left on track. I feel like the clock ran very, very quickly now. I kind of mind blown at how fast 30 minutes passes compared to an hour. To an hour-long race, I mean. It felt like that lasted longer. To be honest, it probably also feels that way if the race doesn't have as many accidents or as much drama happening on the field. Then you can pretty much get bored and just start watching the clock, and it goes on from there. The drama between these two, though, is not letting up. Oh, Christopher Grider is actually making moves here as I went to a different point of view here. He's now on the outside. Zane Blisket going on the defense, cuts in front of him. Grider not able to make the move happen. A good attempt. A great defense by Blisket. We got Carnage here. Who I believe is Jeff Kelly. Say, yep, I wrecked. Game froze mid-turn and unfroze. And I was in a wall. Oh. That sucks. That's awful. That is the worst way to go out. Well, no, the worst way to go out is just don't race. Christopher Grider still try to make moves happen on Zane Blisket. We're gonna let this battle simmer. Point the camera to the potential battle between Denarte and Justin Fry here. Battle for P12 is on. I pretty much think that Denarte is going to... Oh, we're going to go back to Grider here. He is hot on Zane. I was gonna say Denarte is gonna take Justin Fry. He has the faster pace, and he did. He made the move happen off camera while these two were battling it out. If this continues though, if Chris Unfair can get his bearings and pick up the pace ever so slightly, he'll be able to catch up to these two and make this into a three-way battle. Grider able to secure coming out of turn 2. Brilliant move. 10 out of 10. Top tier driving right there. Wonder if Zane Blisket will be able to respond to this. Grider just a little bit faster. Douglas Furnish doing donuts in the grass. I don't think you should be doing that in a race. Rejoin the track. Kyle Busch getting right behind him. I mean, right past him. Unlapping himself, so ignore that blue flag. As we'll jump back to the battle between these two. Jonathan Kelly and Albert Guiana are also getting into another battle once again. This time in race 2. Furniture on Twitch says, great grid though, awesome race, and sick pass Grider. Definitely a sick pass. Clean pass too, just had the pace and everything coming out of turn 2. We'll let this battle simmer and check out what happened to Unfair here. Grabbed a little bit too much painted strip, what is that called? Curb. A little bit too much throttle and spun himself out. Luckily though, he was able to get back on track. Definitely a slippery curve, as Carnage says. Avoid curbs, or caution in the wet. But as I was saying, we had Jonathan Kelly here trying to evade Albert Guiana, who is constantly catching up and getting left behind, remaining around 2 seconds behind Kelly.
Leaders on final lap now.
And since the leader is now in the final lap, this is a great news for Jonathan Kelly. He's if he can keep it within the painted section, he'll be able to come out on top and claim P6. Albert Guiana cook in that corner a little too much. I was gonna say he was catching up fairly quickly. This is gonna be a last lap battle, but unless Jonathan Kelly makes a serious mistake, it's looking like this is the end of the line for Albert Guiana. He, barring any other mistakes, he's claiming P7. Jonathan Kelly here claiming P6. And we're gonna jump to Thiago Denarte, who is getting very close to Victor Sabo. The battle for P11 is on. Denarte basically just trying to reclaim as many positions as possible ever since he wrecked. I believe he wrecked in the Dipper, turn 18. Joshua Worley with a yellow. Unfortunate. We're gonna go back to the battle between these two. When is the move gonna happen? A fake lunge into the quarry. What an aggressive move in turn 3, turn 4. The cutting. Victor Sabo not able to respond to that.
Leader has finished the race.
Joshua Worley, since he has a lot of damage now, Pierce Hanley is catching up like a rocket. Oh my goodness, how quickly did he catch up and lose out on that? That speed caught up to him so quick, probably got him caught up and made him get too out of control. Not able to break in time. That cost him 2 positions, unfortunately. Great news for everyone else on the grid, for Jonathan Kelly and Albert Guiana, who move up in a spot. Jonathan Kelly finishing in P5. Chandler Williams in P1, your race winner. Ross O'Connor, P2. Professor Cornotis, P3. Continuing up the mountain. Joshua Worley is in P4. Hanley, P7. Christopher Grider, P8. Zane Bliskett, P9. Chris Unfair crossing the finish line in P10. Thiago Denarte behind him, P11. Victor Sabo coming up behind him, P12. Did he run out of gas? He crossed the finish line though. Just enough gas to cross it. Wow. Nice. Justin Fry. Oh, and Bathurst has left a mark on him. He's in P13. Douglas Furnish. I need someone to please push Douglas Furnish to the finish line. Please help my man out. He is P14. Everyone else is finished, so there. Oh, Alexander Sabo is in the pits, so he is still in the race. If he gets out of the pits, he can basically move past Douglas Furnish here and No, no. Judging by positions and everything, and the other no. It's too late. Alexander Sabo could do us a solid though, and he could push the homie over here, or not. Well, there is no one else left on track. Um, the race is over. We're just waiting for the clock to run out, for the basically the pits timer and everything to call it out. Well, that's Bathurst with server issues and chaos galore. I guess I'll join an open server, an open channel. That's what it's called. We'll stick here, see if anyone wants to do some post-race interviews. And oh, what is up? Uh, wait. Let me turn on the. There we go. Joshua Worley, what is up, dude?
Hello.
How was the wet weather for you?
It was good. Race 1 was definitely interesting, navigating through that lap 1 incident.
Yes.
But got through it with no damage, and just had to manage surviving for 30 minutes with my personal challenge of no traction control in the rain, which was interesting.
Okay, so why no traction control in the rain? I'm curious.
I don't know. I'm just not running traction control rest of season in this car. I want to work on my throttle control, so here we go. And I wasn't gonna bail on it just because the track was wet.
Okay. Interesting challenge. I like it. We also have Chronotus and Pierce Hanley who joined us. Hello, welcome.
Hello. How you doing?
Since I have Worley here, any notable battles that you had? I know you finished really well, race 1 and race 2, I think.
I mean, race 1, Sam Staples was all over me for the first few laps, and then he had an equipment failure, which sucks, but we were having some good battle. And then race 2, me and Hanley here just went after each other for what felt like forever.
Yeah, after probably 10th lap, I made a mistake or two and dropped down to like 3 seconds, and I just stayed there the whole time. And then right up the last lap of the race, he got a bunch of damage, and I went for a move on the outside, and he didn't have the downforce to stay over, and I almost died. Like, I almost completely took myself out of the race 3 corners for the checkered flag. But I thankfully saved it in the gravel and just still finished for AM first, but I lost 2 overall.
This was the race 2.
Yeah,
that was race 2.
That was race 2.
Yeah, we caught that on stream.
It was scary.
It looked like you were, yeah, it really looked like you just closed in the gap way too quickly for that corner, like just unexpectedly.
Yeah, I was coming in so hot, and then we came into the corner, and he had so much damage. I just went super wide trying to avoid him, and then spun. But I'm just glad I didn't slam into the wall and end my race on the last lap of the race, 3 turns before the finish.
Yeah, because that would have been bad. That would have been more than 2 positions then, potentially. Yeah.
I got lucky.
Speaking of which, Worley, what happened? I didn't catch what happened to you before the yellow flag or during the yellow flag.
On the last lap, I was just trying to close the gap to Chronotis. It was a big gap. There was no way it was going to happen. And I just got way too aggressive coming across Skyline and lost the car and bounced off the wall a couple times. And
Oh, it was that far into the race, or not much left into the race.
yeah, it was last lap halfway through, and like wheel wasn't straight or anything. I just had to get it back to the finish line.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, finishing through Skyline, I was like, I don't know if he has enough damage for me to get him. And then we started going down that back straight, and I was like, oh, he has a lot of damage.
We
I've been
have.
teasing him for a bit by not pushing at all and letting the 8-second gap turn into a 6-second gap, turn into a 4-second gap. So he was getting a little ambitious.
Getting
But
my
I was
hopes
just
up.
kind of hanging out and pulled it back out to 5 seconds and let it drop back down to 4, and then he started really pushing hard and had a bad time. Sunday driving up there.
All right. Any noticeable battles with you, Granatus?
I got past Hanley on turn 2, and then didn't have anybody closer than 3 seconds to me for the rest of the race, except when a couple people up ahead, Jake Wells returned to garage, and Denarte went into the pits. So because of that, I was promoted to the podium. Hooray!
Congrats. We have Christopher Greider here, who is having intense battles. at this
Yes.
race. Yes. So, which one do you want to call out or talk about?
Just Bliss Kit. I think I'm saying it right, but
Bliss
dude,
Kit,
him
yeah.
and I were going back and forth, and I just talked to him a second ago, and he was locking up, I guess, on turns 1 and the last turn.
Mhm.
Yeah, but because I was catching him on the straights, but he was pulling away through the mountain. It was a lot of fun.
Oh,
A lot of good races.
It was definitely fun seeing you guys duke it out.
Yeah.
Especially the moments where you would be side by side with him and not able to pass just because just defense or just top speed or just little things. It's quite exciting to see it happen.
Yeah. I remember there was 2 spots where we were side by side. I was like, either I didn't have full position. I was like, no. Like, I'm not going sideways on some of these turns or side by side, but it was fun.
Well, I have all 3 of you here, where they just left us. Any shout outs? Any honorable mentions? Anything to say about the wild and wet weather here at Bathurst?
It was fun. Thanks for putting it on. I almost didn't race tonight just because I haven't practiced very much with this track, but it was going to be raining, but glad I did. It's a lot of fun.
A lot of
Yep,
carnage.
a lot of fun.
Thanks for everybody to setting it up, and I know that we had some technical issues, but that's all right.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. There's not much to say on that. I tried to keep us entertained. If you'll rewatch the stream. So.
Yeah, I was liking your dad jokes in the intermission.
I got more in the chamber. Don't you worry for next time. I'll leave the floor to you guys if you guys want to mention anything else before we sign off and take a much needed rest.
Just want to thank you for putting a Bathurst race on. I love this track.
I couldn't agree more. This track is definitely fun and interesting. Thank you guys for interviewing here. And thank you for racing and sorry for the very, very long intermission that we had before race 2.
No worries. Thanks for streaming as always.
No worries.
Looking forward to watching it back.
Thank you.
All right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, That is a Bathurst in the ring. It is an experience, I guess. It's I don't even know what word to use correctly. It was definitely a wild one. Race 1, we had a lap 1 incident, unfortunately, that shook up the whole grid, but was quite exciting to see that shake up resolve. And we had a intermission overly stay its welcome before race 2. We had a little bit of everything, I guess. Speaking of which, if you'll bear with me momentarily. I'll show off the beautiful website once again and mention that if you'd like to join us here on SimGrid, well, first of all, if you'd like to check us out and talk to the crew, join Discord, you know the biz. You're probably on Twitch watching live stream. If not, you're on YouTube. Hello. And check us out on Instagram, IG. Like every photo. I heard that's mandatory. Nonetheless, if you are interested, we do have a winter series for the GT4s and M2s. It's a multi-class racing here on Mondays at 7 p.m. PST or 9 p.m. CST, depending on where you're at. I'm in Pacific time. Go ahead and join. It is a pretty stacked grid, but it could be even more stacked. I am just saying. Join the M2s or dish it out with the GT4s. And nonetheless, here in Season 8, if you'd like to join us, hit register for Season 8 in the GT3s. Our next race is going to be in Valencia. And what great timing. Because if I do recall, Valencia we're gonna have a race in Valencia in the GT4s as well. If you'll bear with me, I can double check very quickly. Yep. In a couple days on Monday, we're gonna be doing 60 minutes in Valencia, and then that same week on Thursday, basically next week, we are also going to be doing a sprint race in Valencia. So a lot of Valencia for next week. If you'd be so interested, you can go ahead and join us. Check it out. Normal stuff, Well, this is Juan. I'm signing out. It's been too long talking your ear out. I guess one thing I could do is search up a Twitch user who is streaming and raid them. But in the meantime, thanks for sticking with me through the ups and downs of tonight. And I will hope to see you either Monday or next week on Thursday in Valencia. You guys have a good rest of your night, a good rest of your day. More dad jokes to be coming. Don't you worry. See you guys later.
Baby, I'm calling for you, and I'm stuck. Baby, I'm calling for you, and I'm stuck in a loop.
If you're still here and you wanna raid with us, and if you can't get any more, if you want more racing action, we can go ahead and raid this one person who's named the whatever fool. He's in oh my god, what track is that? It's one of the fast tracks. God damn it, I know this name. I'm blanking on it. Monza. So if you want to join us, I'm gonna post it here. See what happens. Wait, never mind. He won't let us raid. Just kidding.
Baby, I'm calling for you, and I'm stuck. I'm stuck in a loop.
Well, I'll just call it a night. You know, I have no one to raid. We'll get them. We'll get them next time. Unless you guys want to stick with me, and then I'll find another person. If you bear with me. Oh, here I got someone on Monza again. I think it's Monza. Let's see if this guy does it. And you are right. Track tier list would be nice. That'd be content. I will try to set that up. Or at least if I can't set it up, I'll just like post a playlist or something. Let's see if this person will want us to rate him. Okay, well, let's go say hello.
Baby, I'm calling for you, and I'm stuck in a loop. Baby, I'm calling for you, and I'm stuck in a loop.
If you guys are ready, we'll go and raid now.